This is conversation this morning with Bimbo and Goke. Goke, you look good this morning too. Yeah. God bless you, really good. Well, conversation, Oluyole FM 98.5. Conversation.
Good morning, and it's Oluyole 98.5 FM, and no doubt the program is Conversation. And this is where we discuss headlines. And of course, when the headlines speak, we talk back. And do not forget, we are networking on Okego 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1 FM. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Ibadan. It's Conversation. This is where we give objective, balanced, and incisive, let me call that penetrating analysis of news headlines. We discuss politics, and as we always call it, politics, the economy, education, everything directly and indirectly connected with our lives. This is where we analyze, we dissect. But remember, the opinions, commentaries, analysis, and representations of any news item here is never an official representation of or the official endorsement of Oluyole 98.5 FM, even Broadcasting Corporation of your state and its affiliates. They are basically our objective analysis of news headlines making waves both home and, of course, the international communities. I am Goke Moshood.
My name is Bimbo Akombi. Yes, with Goke on Conversation this morning on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. And, of course, like Goke said, our own views and opinions. Yes.
Views and opinions.
Yes. Not the views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, and of course networking Okego 96.3 FM, Alaga, and the Okego area of Oyo State, and Agility 92.1 FM, and of course BCS TV. You can check us up there. You meet us there. No one beats the reach, and of course we are streamed live. Yes,
on our social media pages, especially on Facebook, Oluyole 98.5 FM.
Yes.
And we are there. Yes. And straight to the headlines.
Yes,
and just as we always say, when headlines speak, we talk back.
Yes.
And of course, in due time, we open up the phone lines for you to make your responsible contributions. And please,
yes,
let
when the time
comes. Is right.
Now, Tinubu is talking now. Before we go to some other interesting topics.
All right, let's listen to the president.
This one, yes, Tinubu is. It is all right. It is not interesting, but well, Tinubu is talking back to the politicians.
All right.
Bow to rule of law on Electoral Act, and is defending signing amid IPAC pushback. He said, "I had no choice." Well, President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday branded himself a die-hard Democrat. Urging Nigerian politicians across party lines to embrace true democratic principles and submit to the rule of law, no matter the personal or political cost. And speaking at an interfaith breakfast hosted by the All Progressives Congress APC executives, National Working Committee, NWC. Yes, at the State House, Tinubu highlighted his decades-long democratic credentials from detention and exile to co-founding the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO. And well, addressing IPAC National Chairman Yusuf Dantale directly, Tinubu insisted party affiliation remains voluntary even under pressure. Well, I can understand what President Tinubu is saying. I remember then, don't let me say, like he said, he exiled himself because he was under threat. He was being
that was when the military junta were at the peak
on the ground. Yes, I think it was during
of the kakistocracy in Nigeria.
Yes, the former military
Sonny
president
Abacha.
Sonny Abacha was on ground. He had to flee. Yes, he had to flee. So he had seen some things.
Yes.
Yes. He alongside former late Governor Lamade Shina and some other.
And even Professor Wole Soyinka, I could still remember, if we recall those moments, it was actually a trying times for advocates of democracy, let's just say civil rules at the time.
He had to flee.
He had to, because most of them, their lives were, of course,
were at stake. Yes,
at the time.
They would have been killed if they had not given
well, we
themselves.
cannot take that away from them. We cannot take that, but in the meantime, we still need to talk about the fact that if you have electoral reforms, and I don't want to look at the opposition and IPAC is saying you should look into it. I guess the president, instead of trying to veto the reform, should actually listen to what they say and say, okay, what is the bone of contention in whatever reforms we have? Yes. It's not enough to tell us that I am a Democrat, I've always fought for democracy, and I'm a diehard. Even using that word diehard.
Diehard, yes.
A diehard Democrat. Of course, it is also democratic for you to listen to the people, whether it's favorable or unfavorable. So it's not just about championing the cause you believe in alone, if truly the views of the people matter.
Well,
so I just feel there should be what they call modus vivendi. They should work out the truths on the electoral reforms. If the opposition are crying out loud now, I guess there is something we need to look at.
Yes.
Well, I'm not holding brief for the opposition. I just feel there should be this holistic look at the reforms you're bringing to the table. If the president is so keen on signing that into, who is benefiting? That is because, of course, you're dealing with politicians.
Now, this principle and that philosophy will live and die, President Tinubu said.
Okay.
Well, now, addressing IPAC National Chairman Yusuf Dantale directly, Tinubu insisted party affiliation remains voluntary, even under pressure. We are all Democrats. Voluntarily, party alliances, party ideologies, or no ideology, party vote, party platform, in whichever form, it's voluntary. Be persecuted for it, so no threat from any Democrat, he said. And the remarks came amid backlash over the Electoral Act amendments, which Tinubu signed into law on February 18 following National Assembly approval. We'll be back after this timeout. Please stay with us.
This Ramadan, Kivo Non-Dairy Creamer joins families across Nigeria in prayer, reflection and unity. From iftar to Soho, enrich every cup of tea, coffee, custard or pap with Kivo creamy goodness.
At sunset, as loved ones gather for iftar, make every moment richer, smoother and tastier with Kivo Non-Dairy Creamer.
Kivo Non-Dairy Creamer. Make this Ramadan a good time moment.
Kivo Creamer.
Yes, the program is still conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 in Ibadan. Yes, still talking Tinubu. Yes, is words to politicians that they should bow to rule of law on Electoral Act. Well, some are for, some are against.
Well, whether they are for or against, politicians will always, of course, try to see where their home bread is buttered. But
yes.
nobody is talking about where the masses' bread should be buttered.
Yes, and you know, politicians, when they have one option in mind, at the last moment, they will just change their mind.
Yeah.
That is what always concerns me. But that's me. They will just change.
Capricious.
Yes.
That's why they are politicians. Of course. It's easier to believe a prostitute to be a virgin than a politician to be an honest man.
Yes.
Well, we still have another one here. Let's go into the art, of course, the international community. Middle East war destroys fertilizer supplies, puts food security at risk. Iran's new supreme leader vows revenge. Order Strait of Hormuz closure. We are monitoring fuel price volatility, FCCPC. And we have that on page 3, 5, and 6 of the Tribune newspaper. And of course, with the war going on in the Middle East, but Iran.
Yes, and anxiety is mounting as oil price hits $100 per barrel. Per barrel. And depot owners, marketers maintain 1,200 naira, 1,300 naira per liter. The downstream ongoing structural transition. Yes, that is according to Professor Iledari. Yes, it's just about a piece here. And Straits of Hormuz. Yes, that is the main.
That is, of course, the passage where all the goodies are coming from.
Yes, will remain closed, says Iran's supreme leader in first message. And I think this new Iranian supreme leader, I think he is, I don't know, because I had a story that his daughter and some members of the wife were killed in one strike, apart from the brother or father, Ali Khamenei. And I think
no, we are of course we are in for a marriage on a personal vendetta of family virgins.
Yes,
and that war could be more terrible because now the war is going to be taken personally. I guess United States and Israel, they have gotten more than they ever bargained for.
Yes,
because now straight coming from the man, you know what he said. That okay, fine, you have the bomb, now we have the barrel.
Yes.
And now they're dragging the world into the war. I just pray they are not starting, of course, they are not putting us on the threshold to Third World War. Of course, we're battling with the economy, particularly for us in the third world countries. And now you are adding these to our calamities. Have we not suffered enough?
But it is not, remember, it is not only our country. It stretches across
the world.
Yes.
But the truth is, other governments, they have a way of cushioning the effect.
Yes. What
is our own government doing? Is one question that we ask ourselves most times. What is the government doing? Instead of saying, fine, $100 per barrel, that should be for foreign exchange for us. It's a plus. But now, for domestic consumption, what has government done? Other countries like what I found out in UK, I guess that was £2, or was it in the United States?
No, I think it was UK.
It was UK. And now they have a way of coming to mitigate whatever effect this global crisis is bringing to their economy. But let us look at African countries, and I'm not specifically mentioning Nigeria. What have governments of most of these African countries been doing to actually cushion the effect?
Especially Nigeria.
And we are using especially Nigeria because we are also supplier, producer, in fact, sole proprietor of crude oil. So this is now the time. This is not even the time for our malapata to be eating bones.
Yes.
If you are going to cut down on whatever you do for foreign, then make sure the local consumption is okay for us.
And it is really affecting people now. Yes, affecting people. The prices of petrol is high.
Affecting the price of other commodities.
Commodities, food, consumption, transportation, fares, and everything. Now, like I'm seeing here, let's talk about, I don't want to mention names of stations and all those, petrol is being sold. Yes, the product between 1,003, that is in Lagos. Depot owners, 1,200, 1,180 naira, 1,175 naira, and 1,000 per liter, respectively. And the checks showed that in Warri Depot, owners of the independent stations, 1,200, 1,205 naira, 1,200, 1,204, 1,200, yes, respectively. In Port Harcourt, 1,200, 1,150, 1,215, 1,220, and 1,215 again per liter, respectively. In Calabar Depot, 1,195, 1,200, 1,205, 1,200, and 195 per liter, respectively. I'm sure
that means nobody is even going down on 1,000. Everything is just above 1,000.
Yes, like I said, people are lamenting. People are lamenting. We have done the stories about two times this week. 2 times this week. People are lamenting.
I don't even want us to use people. We are lamenting.
Okay, well,
we are lamenting.
We are lamenting. Yes, of course, we are lamenting. Yes, and many transporters and commuters who pleaded to be anonymous lamented their ordeals while calling on the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority to intervene and compel all marketers to adjust pump price without further delay. That is not possible. That cannot be possible.
Of course, when you have even the Minister of Finance and the coordinating Minister of the Economy saying government is not going to interfere. There's going to be the forces of demand and supply. Now is the time that we want forces of demand and supply to actually determine the price. Can you imagine that coming from? Of course, we don't have to use unprintable names on the radio, but the truth is, do they really have our interest at heart? Every government, in every country is finding a way to mitigate the effect of this global crisis.
Yes.
But for us, of course, we're Nigerians. We're thick-skinned. That is what
thick-skinned.
That is what it perceives us to be.
We will always.
They will always survive. Sometimes I wonder how they discuss Nigeria of course, in their privacies. Just because for you to say, okay, government is not going to make the aid. Government is not going to. Should that be coming from you? If we're talking about temporary subsidy, this is when we need it.
Yes.
This is when we need that temporary subsidy. If government is proactive, if government is really for the people, this is when, this is the time that we can know that
alternative measures.
Exactly. Yes. It is not the CNG that is not even enough to satisfy the tricycles.
How many tricycles? How many tricycles are
rolling out CNGs? And well, this is Nigeria.
Well, let me quickly just go through these views of some people. They're talking about what the federal government should do to cushion the impact of the US-Iran war on the Nigerian economy. Now, this one is coming from Adeleke Olubanwo. He's a publisher. He said Nigeria should leverage global oil price hikes by boosting production and securing pipelines while saving windfall revenues in fiscal buffers. Well, I don't think that one will be feasible now. And Auditor Sunday is I think, well, an editor-in-chief of maybe one newspaper. As former Crown President, he urged the federal government to proactively cushion shocks from the US-Israel-Iran conflict and volatile oil prices spike, inflation and living costs. Government must subsidize transportation and food while boosting crude production by tackling theft and vandalism.
That's the way to go.
Yes.
That's the way to go.
Yes. An entrepreneur, Ifueko Oviasu, she said the Nigerian government must urgently address the soaring prices of food. That is the most essential. And well, other essential commodities and petroleum products, implementing subsidies alongside strict regulations to checkmate arbitrary costs, which is essential to protect the public. And another entrepreneur, Ehai Emmanuel, and another entrepreneur, Okon Anthony. They said to ensure stability, the Nigerian government must prioritize energy independence, foreign reserves, and local modular refineries, while mandating an 80% reduction in imports and returning subsidies. And of course, Okon Anthony, like I mentioned, the president should address the nation to acknowledge public hardship and explain the external drivers of the current crisis. I think that address of the population nation, I think if the government, the president can address the nation, I think it will just, be
it's going to, yes. It will, of course, identify with the people that the government, of course, sensitive to whatever plight and whatever things we're going through. People talk about, even this week, the president should address many presidents of other countries. I guess they have done that. Okay, yes. This is what we're planning to do.
Because it will cool nerves. Yes, it will cool nerves.
And then for those who are trying to profiteer from this, because at first, when the hike in fuel, it was artificial scarcity that was created. War started in Iran. It's not up to 3 days, and then you come on. So the presidency should just maybe swing into action and addressing the country nationally. I guess that will help. And it's not just about empty talk. Tell us proactive measures you have taken, or you are taking, or will take, and let's look forward to a better days ahead.
Yes.
All right, we still continue. Let's just see what we have. Let's have a digression from politics a little. This is what we have. Scientists on health. One, mobile phones used by food vendors could spread infection. And you just wonder, why that?
Mobile phones
used by food vendors could spread infection, and we just wonder how. On page 3. So in Imo State, mobile phones used by food vendors may be a hidden source of harmful microorganisms that can contaminate food, a recent study has revealed. Published in the 2026 edition of the International Journal of Pathogen Research, the research analyzed 20 phones from ready-to-eat food vendors, 10 smartphones and 10 button phones, collected between January and June 2025, and laboratory tests detected a range of bacteria, including Bacillus, Staphylococcus, Klebsiella, and Pseudomonas streptococcus, Escherichia, and Corynebacterium species capable of surviving on phone surfaces and potentially causing infections.
Don't let your teeth remove.
Serious. Now, when you are bombarding us with all these bacteria, of course, Escherichia coli, we had that before, and Staphylococcus, that is survived on the surfaces and of mobile phones. And then this is not only limited to food vendors, if you can say. That means to every one of us using mobile phones, because maybe their own.
I don't really understand. Will the food vendor give
the phone
to the customer?
Just saying maybe the hand on the phone, since they are selling food, they still the same and they used to dish out our food. So possibly contamination. And that is what we have here. And I'm just saying that is not limited only to food vendors.
Yes.
Of course, we use mobile phones. Yes. Every one of us using mobile phones.
Yes.
So it should be more direct to Nigerians. And maybe we need to, let's just say the study urges food vendors to adopt safer practices, including regular hand washing, disinfecting phones, and avoiding mobile phone use while preparing or serving food.
So is that possible? Regular hand washing.
Regular hand washing.
So when you are in the market, you will be looking for water too.
Well, maybe they are trying to bring back the era of well, of course, everywhere we go. All right, we'll take this commercial. We'll be right back. It's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM.
lákòókò Ramadan yìí Kivo non-dairy creamer ó darapọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo ẹbí jákèjádò Nàìjíríà nínú àdúrà àròjinlẹ̀ àti ìrẹ́pọ̀.
láti sàárì sí ìṣínú ṣe àfikún adùn sí ife tíì kọfí custard tàbí ògì pẹ̀lú ìṣerere Kivo tó kì pọ́pọ́.
tí oòrùn bá ti wọ̀ tí àwọn olólùfẹ́ kórajọ fún ìṣínú jẹ́ kí àkókò kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ìtumọ̀ kó rọrùn ó sì dùn sí i pẹ̀lú Kivo non-dairy creamer. Kivo non-dairy creamer jẹ́ kí Ramadan yìí jẹ́ àkókò ìṣerere.
It's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. And just as we move from health, let's look at security.
Yes, security here now. The President, Bola Tinubu, has approved the procurement of new equipments for the armed forces and other security agencies to enhance the fight against terrorism and banditry across the country. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, has disclosed, and Musa, who briefed State House correspondents after a nearly 2-hour security meeting at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Thursday, said the President remained committed to supporting security agencies in their operations against insurgents. The President has promised more equipment for us to be able to protect the nation, and we assure victory, Musa stated. But however, he did not specify the type of quantity of equipment approved by the President. That was what I was coming to. Those equipments that had earlier been procured, those Tucano jets, those other anti-aircraft, guns. Where are they?
Where are they?
Where are they?
Have they put them to use?
To use. Where are they?
Or are they just going over in the archives?
Well,
weaponry.
Let us commend the President.
Yes.
Yes, at least to give Nigerians some confidence and some hope that all these terrorist acts, all those criminals that are perpetrating serious problem in the country, now coming to the southwest area. Let's commend.
We commend the President at least for boosting the accusation, yes,
and the morale.
The morale of the service chiefs. In fact, it was even corroborated on the pages of the Tribune that Tinubu meets service chiefs, IGP, and in his words, don't lose hope in our capacity. Defense Minister pleads with Nigerians and says terrorists losing grounds. Troops foil coordinated terrorist attacks, kill over 20 insurgents in Yobe. Now the truth is terrorists losing ground. We just don't want them to lose ground. We don't want to see them anymore.
They should be killed.
It's not about losing ground.
Arrest or they should be
arrested or they should be sentenced.
Yes.
And when it's terrorism, of course, we know that is not imprisonment. It's the law. It's outright death by hanging.
Any executive government will not assent to death by hanging or execution. It might be
life imprisonment
also. If it were in the military era, execution, yes, it is execution straight. Because I witnessed about two then in the past, during I think 1997, 1998, yes, Udogbo here, Udogbo here, yes.
And those were the places then. All right, we commend the President, of course, but we still want actions and more proactive involvement in dealing with the insurgents and, of course, the terrorists. Of course, we don't need to call them. We know the names to call them now. Nobody is hiding. We are true with the semantics of they are our brothers and these. They are no longer our brothers. They are terrorists.
They are criminals.
They are criminals. They are scumbags.
Yes.
And those are their names. And we don't want them to lose ground. We want them, of course, eliminated.
Yes.
Eliminated. Whatever capacity.
Eliminated. I'll use this word. Exterminated.
Exterminated. Obliterated. We don't want them anymore. We want everyone, for as long as we are Nigerians, to be able to sleep at night with both eyes closed. And then?
Now, the Operation Adenkai, yes, they made a feat yesterday. They provided heavy air support that neutralized several terrorists. Yes, that is according to the spokesperson. Troops recapture Borno community, kill terrorist commander, 19 others in UB attacks.
And that's NAF,
yes, NAF airstrikes destroy gun trucks and others. And yes, Uba said that after successfully occupying the location, I think it was the commander, Brigadier General Abdullahi, commended the troops for their gallantry and urged them to sustain aggressive operations to further degrade terrorist elements in the area. And in a related development, troops deployed in Goneli community, Gujuba local government area of Yobe state, killed over 20 Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists, including a senior commander identified as Abu Yusuf, the Munzir of Dorsula. Uba said the terrorists launched coordinated attacks on the troops' location from the night of March 9 through the early hours of March 10, 2026.
Well, that was a feat.
Yes.
If we have more decimation of all these terrorists and their cells, of course, we're going to be commending the presidency and for a job well done, and of course the military and the service chiefs.
And the military command.
And the military commands. But don't let them rest on their horse and let them deal with the main terrorists. Let them deal with them, and we don't want all these the minions in the radar. We don't want them. We want the main men to be dealt with. All right, still on economy, let's have this, and this is coming from the CBN governor. Nigeria in far stronger position to navigate renewed global shocks. Hails 200% rise in capital investment inflows in 2 years.
Do you understand?
Sometimes you just wonder, is the CBN governor in Nigeria? If this is coming at this time, Nigeria in far stronger position to navigate renewed global shocks. And by the global shocks, you're talking about what is happening. The war.
Yes.
And now, how are we navigating? Because that is the question we need to ask.
That's what I said.
Because when you just wonder how we...
Do you understand what he's saying?
You just wonder how are we navigating?
How will the layman outside, how will you understand what he's saying?
With hike in fear, with hike in fuel, with hike in every prices of food products we have. Now, how are we navigating? Because sometimes when you listen to some of our leaders, well, it's not a bad thing to have your head in the cloud, but sometimes just take that time to look down and see what is happening here on earth. We are navigating. Mr. CBN, we wish we could believe you.
Does the gate man at the BCS gate, does he understand the meaning of navigate?
We are navigating.
That's what I'm saying.
Renewed global shocks. Well, Nigerians and away with English words. Another one on politics. Court bars Ayedatiwa from seeking another term in 2028.
Well, it is in court. Let them.
Of course, we respect appeal and.
Well, I have some stories there talking about some crimes and 3 killed, others injured as Fulani elders invade Delta community. Talking about security here again. And pastor's wife arrested for assaulting 5-year-old niece in Calabar. Assaulting, let me check the kind of assault this is. A pastor's wife, Mrs. Unyime Basi, has been arrested by the Cross River State Police Command for allegedly assaulting a 5-year-old niece. at a residence on Stream Road, Atimbo in Calabar Municipality, and it was gathered by the Vanguard that the niece, who reportedly serves as a nanny to Mrs. Bassey's youngest child, Blessing, had allegedly been subjected to repeated physical abuse over minor issues, and the latest incident reportedly occurred after the minor was accused of stealing meat from a pot of soup. Is that enough reason?
Sometimes
that is that is normal. It is not really normal, but you know,
we expected that of children always. In some of the pranks, of course, Yoruba we always say some of us did that when we were younger. We outgrew it, and then we became better for it. Now, why must you, because of stealing meat?
Now you assaulted a 5-year-old daughter.
And you just wonder.
When we were kids, it is meat. We stole money from our
enough. And sometimes we do that. And when we go court, we get punished for it. Of course, you don't leave us maimed or
yes.
It's just sometimes you question humanity. Some people, if it's over meat, are you sure it is even the meat you're tackling?
Yes. Or maybe you have a personal grudge against the parent, the niece or the parent, and even we need to question. Of course, these are what you see when we have a poverty-stricken family. Of course, meat. There are some families. Everybody is free to go into the kitchen and take meat to eat any time of the day. We still have some homes like that. You go into the kitchen, you serve yourself. But when we know, of course, the economy of the family, that is when food is dished out for everyone at the same time, and nobody dares go into the kitchen to serve yourself specially. And then when you have that coming with children, of course you punish them. There are ways of administering correction without killing, without maiming, without actually affecting them psychologically. Now, what do you expect of that niece? Just because, okay, I stole meat and this is it. Kilaju. Well, I know the appropriate agency will have swung into action to see, because that was, children do have their rights in Nigeria. Children have. Child Rights Act. Yes.
And then
it had been for a long time.
And that is, of course, Jones. And we know that children, they are
the United Nations.
Yes, champion that cause. And we know that children are vulnerable members of the society, and we see them as the future. If we cannot protect them now, then when? And if we elderly who are supposed to protect them are now the one, of course, acting otherwise, what does the future portend for these children? So, of course, they should swing into action and do what is appropriate.
Yes, before we go to the phone lines now, people are, some callers are trying to get in. Udlom style, beat family to stupor, post video online.
Can you imagine that?
I
guess they should trace the phone, the videos, the phone. Because, of course, they know how to do it if they want to clamp down on opposition.
Yes. 0055009850. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Joe Michael, calling from Oluyole.
Yes, you're welcome, Mr. Joe Michael.
Yes, the issue of this insecurity in this country, the bandits and these criminals, terrorists, that they are losing ground. No, we don't want to hear this. They should fight them headlong. They should eliminate them, and even the grammar used there, even I know the grammar. So they should eliminate them. We don't want to hear about them again.
Exterminate.
Yes, happy nice at work.
Thank you very much. Yes, 08055009850 or 07055551985. The program is Conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
CJ from Oluyole.
Yes, you're welcome.
This bandit and Nigeria security is coming alarming. Go to the news, we hear we keep 200 today, 300 tomorrow, 350 tomorrow. How many are these bandits? There are how many? All these are just cajole. They are clean nothing.
Cajole.
These people, they are working stronger, more and more. And our government is not ready to do that. They only concerned about recruiting people to their party for 2027. To tell them the way to recruit people now to their party for 2027, they stand up. Take the bit of their science to the assembly. 24 hours they pass it. It became law. They go same material.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, the program is still Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 in Ibadan. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Chile from Lagos.
Yes, you are very much welcome.
Okay, please, in this matter, this is not a new matter in Nigeria. So I don't know why the federal government are fighting bandits over how many years, and we're still talking about the bandits in Nigeria and this is I can just say that this is a very big shame to the security operatives and the Nigerian government at large. So this is a very shameful something. For how many years we are still talking about terrorism? How many years? So this is not a shame, a big shame. A country like Nigeria that has everything to eliminate all these terrorists in less than 5 months, let me say 1 year. But up to now, after how many years, even a child that was born when this bandit and terrorism started, the child will have been a grown-up man or woman now with a kid. And we're talking about banditry. This is a very big shame. I don't know that this thing that we're doing now cannot help and it cannot put any change in the there. But the only thing is that when they decide to fight the bandits, they know where they are. These bandits are not hiding. They know where they are. They know who they really are. So when they are serious and when they just want to remove us from party or anything to fight these people, they will remove them. That is the only truth about that. So it's not about saying bandits, how many are there. They know who they are. The rest of them know who these bandits are.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for your contribution. Yes, that is your opinion. Thank you very much. We'll take a short break now. We'll be back.
Lákòókò Ramadan yìí Kivo non-dairy creamer ń darapọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo ẹbí jákèjádò Nàìjíríà nínú àdúrà àròjinlẹ̀ àti ìrẹ́pọ̀.
Láti sàárì sí ìṣínú ṣe àfikún adùn sí ife tíì, kọfí, custard tàbí ògì pẹ̀lú ìṣerere Kivo tó kì pọ́pọ́.
Tí oòrùn bá ti wọ̀ tí àwọn olólùfẹ́ kórajọ fún ìṣínú jẹ́ kí àkókò kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ìtumọ̀ kó rọrùn kó sì dùn sí i pẹ̀lú Kivo non-dairy creamer. Kivo non-dairy creamer jẹ́ kí Ramadan yìí jẹ́ àkókò ìṣerere.
It's still conversation. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alex Nwere.
Mr. Nrem, you're welcome.
Now, Clement is the democrat. You see the democrat, every day the democrat truth. You the democrat, why for to go to where? For saying opinion. Why the democrat have the full case? How is it? Now they say they keep 20 terrorists. I tell you something is a lie. After they kill. I see they upset you. Now they say again, tell you losing ground. Who said that they losing ground? Tell them what the governor for who said. Tell organize all over. Who said that they losing ground? Who said they're getting ground? They said they're losing ground. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nrem, for your contribution.
Thank you, Mr. Nrem. When we add that on the pages of newspaper that some terrorists were actually neutralized, we cannot go against it.
Yes.
Of course, we may not ascertain the numbers, but there must have been, of course, an action towards them.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
God bless you, sir. Those who are calling for one subsidy or the other are just daydreaming. Never. It never happened in Nigeria. Our leaders are too self-centered to think of subsidy to cushion the hardship of the citizens unless they will have to eat. It is not the present, it is not this present administration that remove the subsidy on petrol, thereby creating untold hardship on the common man in Nigeria. Continue who account for the humongous billions or trillions of naira accrued for the removal of the subsidy. The present government is here to empowerize the common man. That's my own opinion. You can never hear from Yema Kaduso Wali to talk about how the populace could be catered for, but how to tax them silly. They only talk tough, big on newspapers. They are talkers but not performers. Tinubu government will never work to make common man to be financially independent. I am telling you, if this is done, common man will not be able to be easily bought during elections. Poverty, as we all know, is the pain of food buying with money.
Thank you very much. But I want to point out, don't let us be pessimistic. Yes, the president is trying to put things right. He's trying to put the right pegs in the right positions. Yes, don't let us be pessimistic.
It's not for the sake of the politicians, but for us Nigerians. Yes. Let's just believe in the Nigerian dreams.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, yesterday, some group of someone should have, I don't want to mention his name, said he's going to help out with 50,000 mercenaries to go into the bush in the southwest and all that. And I said the community should not allow him. Reason being that these guys are politicians. They always do all these things to make a way for themselves. Not that they love the people they are defending. But people think that's the best solution for them to do. Look, one thing about these people is that they may eventually come and do their bravados and all that. They won't succeed in doing what they are doing because they didn't come with clear intentions. Then secondly, they will be claiming land from the villages and towns they've done it before. That's what they will be doing. And resources, that's what they will be doing. They will be claiming that that's what we know them for. So people should not take them serious. People should take themselves serious. Organize among communities, among towns. Know that this is a time for awakening, not for sleeping again. They cannot be sleeping this time again. So what they need now is to gather themselves with their local government chairman and representatives and with the state government and form a militia group or something, or a mercenary group that will be going to the forest and be delivering them. Whatever they cannot do, and they come to the state government. Then, on the issue of war in the Middle East, yes, I saw the Iranian new
Supreme Leader.
Supreme Leader yesterday, talking yesterday. But his enemies were surprised that he didn't show his face. That he was talking, but the face was not shown. So what they suspected that he is injured, that he was part of the people that they were not killed, but he was injured during the raid. So that was trying to hide his injury. Some think he was trying to hide his face so that he was thinking that intelligence in Iran was thinking that if he begins to show himself and his background, United States forces are trying to come and pick him up or something like that. They don't want to know his location. So, but one thing is, we just want this thing to end. Iran is not backing down. Iran is not backing down. This is not doing anything in the last 2 days. But I think they are just open to. I think things should be settled among them. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But don't just let us conclude. Yes, well, we understand your views, but don't let us conclude that maybe he might be injured in one of the clashes or so.
Sometimes they do that for I think, what is that called? Incognito.
Yes.
Incognito. That you won't be able to identify the person, let alone trace him out on whatever satellite surveillance you have all over the world. When you hide the identity, it's kind of war strategy.
Yes. Yes.
The only thing we just want this war
and propaganda.
And propaganda. We just want this war to come to an end in time. It's affecting the world.
Well, just one last call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Olabugo calling from Lalaten.
Yes, Doctor, briefly.
That we have issues people confrontation will not solve the problem. The countries, the nations of the world are working, while the economic situation of the world is unbearable now. Why can't these people, the UN, other European countries, and others wage into the war so that the world will be so peaceful again? So this war is drowning or is living outside the set of the people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Ayela Bogo. Yes, it's been an exciting time on conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right in the city of Ibadan. Yes, and of course networking with Okiogun 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1
FM. And as always, we always tell you that let us believe in the Nigerian dreams. And we always have this. Let's just take solace in the words of Kofi Aido. Those who have nothing but guns for the people and think of nothing but death and dying. Let them spread our hard fortune, harvesting blood from the fields of war. You know why? Their children's children will be the last blood.
Yes.
Do have a wonderful morning. And up next is Sports Tidbits.
Yes. Toby is here. Yinka is here. Well,
what went down yesterday?
Yes, talking about well, today's matches, they'll give us the lowdown. Results of yesterday, talking about the MPFL and the Europa League. Yes, the results they'll give us. And Mikel insists NFF board should quit. Why? They will give us the details. 2026 World Cup playoffs, DR Congo drops 2 players named in Nigeria's FIFA complaints. They'll give us the details. And of course, 2026 World Cup, stay away. Trump wants Iran. Well, I don't know what will happen in that aspect. Yes, Bimba Kombi is my name. We'll come your way again tomorrow on Conversation.
I'm Goke Moshu.
Yes, good morning, sports fans. Friday morning night here from the live studio of Oluyole 98.5 FM. The champions are right here in the ancient city of Ibadan, the big brown roof city of Ibadan, and the weekend starts here. And of course, your breakfast sports show radio is live, and we will be crisscrossing the ever exciting world of sport. Sometimes controversial, but one thing is certain, always interesting. We will be giving to you just the way you like it. Breaking news, of course, a topical update, and also previewing sporting weekend. As you know, we'll be having the big leagues right here in Nigeria and even foreign. And yes, that and many more will be coming to your listening pleasure this morning. So all you need to do is just sit back and be strapped as we're jolly in the roller coaster world of sports. My name is Toby Ajwali, your host on the program this morning. You can catch us on Facebook and also on YouTube on the live stream, where you can drop your comments on the show. Of course, the 2 phone numbers admit your calls into our live studio. The first 070-5555-1985, 070-5555-1985, also 080-5500-9850, 080-5500-9850. So yes, we will be examining a whole lot of, well, just as you heard from the conversations crew a moment ago. Yes, they have previewed some of the stories which we will be discussing this morning with Sports for Choices. But definitely we have to start somewhere, and we'll be starting from basketball on the show this morning, where Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, Nigeria's D Tigress, in their second FIBA Women's World Cup qualifier game, they lost 77-60 to South Korea in their 2026 FIBA Women's World Cup qualifying tournament, as Korea won the keenly contested first